I'm Sophia Hunziger.
And I'm Donnie.
And this is NAC News, all about basketball.
Going down North Andrew, gonna have myself a good time.
Friendly faces everywhere, humble folks without temptation.
Going down North Andrew, gonna leave my woes behind.
Ample parking day and night, people shouting howdy Cardinals.
Heading up North Andrew, gonna see if I can't unwind. Come on down North Andrew and meet some friends of mine.
We have some exciting stories this week with a regular season recap by Eli and Anna.
Let's watch it.
This season's first regular season game for the boys basketball team started on December 4th with a loss against West Platte at their home with a final score of 65-74. The next game of the regular season games was against Gallatin at our home. The game ended with the first win of the season for the Cardinals with a score of 56-34. The next two games were at home against Tarkio and Worth County. Both games were a win for the Cardinals, and Tarkio game took place on December the 11th and had a final score of 66-48. The Worth County game was on the 15th of December and ended with a score of 61-54. The next two games were away against Jefferson and King City, with both being wins for us against Jefferson. Was on the 17th, the score of 47-26, and the game at King City was on the 18th with another large score of 66-27. Then we had another game against North Platte on the 21st with a win of 68-43. The next two regular season games happened at home, with both as a win against Albany on January the 5th with a score of 55-38. Then Pattonsburg on the 8th with a score of 65-52. Then an away game at Stanberry on the 19th with a score of 66-57. Then the Cardinals faced their second loss of the regular season against Plattsburgh on the 1st of February with a score of 58-61. As a result of an overtime the next day, the Cardinals had another game at home with a win against St. Joseph Christian with a score of 76-46. And after that, on the 4th, the Cardinals won another game against South Holt with a score of 68-34. Then the last regular season game for the Cardinals was at home against Rockport with a score of 66-44. Leaving their last regular season game in a win. The Cardinals had also became the GRC West champion with a record of 22-8. Tanner McDaniel had a big season breaking the most record in North Andrew history with the career points, most three-pointers in a season, and the most 3 points in a single game.
We have Owen here for NAC News. We're going to be asking him a few questions about his regular season basketball. So Owen, how do you feel about how well your regular season has went?
It went pretty good. Could have done a lot better. Some of the losses we feel like we should have won. But yeah, it went pretty good.
And are you surprised on how well your team has done this year?
No, I'm not surprised at all. I knew we could make it this far, but we just had to put everything together and play as a team.
All right. And what do you think about your team's only overtime game that has ended in a loss?
It prepares us for overtime games, so even though it did end in a loss, it prepares us for playoff games. So
great, and thank you.
Thank you.
The boys have been on a miracle run this season, beating 3 out of the top 5 teams in the state. Lily and Riley have a story of the postseason.
The North Andrew boys have had an amazing season. They have played a total of 30 games, and their record is 22-8. The North Andrew boys moved on to play at state in Springfield after beating Lakeland by only a few short points. Throughout the season, there's been records beaten, including Tanner McDaniel beating the North Andrew three-point record held last by Orla Simmons after scoring 9 three-pointers against St. Joe Christian. Tanner also beat the season record for most three-pointers made all season and total season points. The boys had many tough matchups and had to go out and give it their all every time they stepped on the court. They have been doubted many times. No one predicted them to make it as far as they have. Throughout their whole season, they have been faced by many tough battles and matchups along the way. The boys had many close games and a few going into overtime. There has been many memorable moments for this group of boys. Senior Clayton Linville had this to say about his favorite memory from the boys' postseason.
What's your favorite postseason memory?
Just being able to play in the semifinal game and be able to go to the Final Four.
The NAC News team wants to wish the North Andrew boys a huge good luck in their state game.
The boys are headed to the Final Four. Burr and Michaela have a story about the state preview basketball.
State basketball is here, and we're here to give you the rundown on the Final Four contenders. Teams competing are Campbell Camels, the Norwood Pirates, the Salisbury Panthers, and our North Andrew Cardinals. Starting off our preview is the Campbell Camels. The Camels have a win percentage of 85.2% with the record of 23-4. Their neutral location record is 7-0. The Camels score an average of 77.2 points per game and give up 52.9 points. Their game high for points this season is 120 points. Matching up with the Camels are the Pirates of Norwood. The Pirates have a win percentage of 82.1% with a 23-5 record coming into the Final Four. Their neutral location record is 12-2. The Pirates score an average of 62.7 points per game and give up 48.1 points. Their game high in points this season is 85 points. The next team on our list is the Salisbury Panthers. The Panthers have the highest win percentage in the Final Four with a win percentage of 91.7% with a 22-2 record. At neutral locations, their record is 9-1. The Panthers average 63.5 points per game and give up around 48.8 points to their opponents. Their game high in points this season is 80. Matching up with the Panthers are our North Andrew Cardinals. The Cardinals come into the Final Four with the lowest win percentage out of the teams with 73.3% on a record of 22-8. At neutral locations, the Cardinals had a record of 10-6. The Cardinals score an average of 60 points per game and give up 48.9 to their opponents. The most the Cardinals have scored in a single game this season was 76 points. We interviewed Tanner McDaniel, senior basketball player, on how it feels to be in a Final Four.
Tanner, how does it feel to be playing in the Final Four after all your years of playing basketball?
Feels good. It's really cool. It's always been a goal of mine to make it here, and now that it's here, I'm just trying to enjoy the moment. Having a lot of fun this year, playing with all my friends. It's going to be a good time.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Donnie.
And this has been NAC News Basketball Recap.
Good luck, boys.